Hey, what's up? What's going on, YouTube? So, tonight is going to be a different kind of video. Nothing I tell you is made up, everything is true. And I'm just giving you guys my opinion towards matters which I'm facing and you're probably facing as well. But what I want to talk about now is about just I don't want to talk about her in a bad light, but it might come off that way. But I'm going to be honest with you, I don't know this girl at all. If you ask me to tell you her name, I couldn't do that. Um, I met her a couple of years now, like probably like a year or 2 years ago. I met her, and I didn't get to know her name. Like I I just didn't get to know her name. But me being me, you know, at my other job, I used to drive the lab truck from Delta. So I used to do laboratories at the airport. I used to do that, and some people want to go to 20 to get home a bit faster so that they won't have to walk or something. So I don't want to say like I cornered her, had her alone, and I was pouncing on her or anything like that. No, it's not even in the slightest thought. But she asked for a ride, and I was like, all right, cool, boom. So I was talking to her. I was like, hey, what's up? What's going on? What's your name? Where you from? I, to this day, I don't think I ever got her name. Like, I can't tell you her name. I don't know her name. Um, but I tried to talk to her. Tried to, get to know her. Later on, I found out that she was talking to someone. So she had to play. Like it was nothing. So everything just I started to see it from her point of view, and I respected it. I was like, okay, cool. But, um, later on, I asked her again, like, hey, what's your number? Um, she refused to even speak to me after that. Like she just ignored me. She just had nothing to say to me. Like we didn't speak. She just ignored me. All right. I felt like, oh wow, I did something wrong. Like, I shouldn't have asked her for her number. But if you're being honest, like at that time, um, it was just me and another guy. So I was like, hey, why can't I just shoot my shot and try to get this girl's number and probably we could become friends or I could talk to her or whatever. Boom, you know. But needless to say, like nothing ever materialized. So recently, I saw her. I saw her, and I don't know how it feels for women, but as a man, I had to say to myself like, wow, look at the cards. Look at the cards. I saw her and I was like, oh wow, wow, mm, 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 mm. Like she was still same, same person, and I'm telling you, she's tall, um, big, big bone, like she's rather sizable woman. All right, not no little petite girl. She's tall, big female. All right, and I was like, okay, how should I play this? Should I go and suck her up to her and try to get her number and try to, talk to her or at least, just be a friend to her or something like that? But then I remembered like the way I felt when I asked her for her number and she just ignored me. Like it was nothing to her and she walked away like said nothing to me ever since then. So I did I I can say I'm like the villain in this, but still I'm not. So I'm working. For some reason, she pops up out of nowhere. I'm like, where the fuck do you come from? Like, boom. And I saw her. She's working in the office. She's office girl. I was like, okay, cool. Where I met you is where I see you. So I'm like, hey, it is what it is. Boom. And for some reason, I'm riding the bus. I ain't got no car. I ain't got no transportation. I ride the bus. So I'm riding the bus. I see her and I'm like, oh, what the hell? Where do I know her from? Then it hit me. All of this came back to me. Like, oh, yeah, yeah, right, yeah. And I never, listen to me, I have never uttered a word out of my mouth to say, hey, hi, how you doing? Anything. I treat you like I don't even know you. And ever since then, I haven't spoken to her. I haven't said any word other than excuse me. And yeah, that's it. All I ever said to her was excuse me. Never tried to ask her what her name was again. I never tried to push up on her. Never tried to do anything. In the first place, I wasn't even trying to push up on her. I just thought, she's a big girl, let's keep that in the belt, But to be honest, like it's not me. I know when someone is for me and someone like, is genuinely like being a good person or, feel like they're not too high up there, not too high up the ladder where, you can talk to them. So I did what I did and I played my part. I'm like, we're not friends. We're not buddies. We're not partners. We're not friends. I don't know you. So you're going to do you. I'm going to do me. Lo and behold, at every point, this girl, she whenever be in like crowds or something like that, for some reason, she will step out and try to get me to speak to her or ask me some kind of question or try to talk to me, and I would ignore her and just go along about my business, because the same way you treated me back then, I'm going to treat you now. I never thought I was too high or too low to speak to you, but you obviously felt like I wasn't worth your time back then. So why am I worth your time now? So a couple of things that stood out to me recently, because now that we're traveling, I'm on the bus, she's on the bus, and we are traveling. So like a week and a half ago, I wanted to talk about this, but there was nothing point or basis towards me telling you guys this, because there was no history of me and her even talking, communicating or anything like that. So it's going to seem odd, but I tried to, I got off the bus and I was running late. I got off the bus. So I got to get another bus now to take me to my job, right? So the bus driver, I'm trying to get this bus to stop, right? And I'm in front of the bus. I'm telling him, yo, bro, stop. But he is looking at her ass. He's checking her out. And he stops. And he because there's like a light, and he stops because he stops, but he's still staring at her and looking at her ass, right? Big girl, nice body, but just not for me. All right. So he's focused on that, he actually stops. That's when she follows me and jumps on the bus because the bus was leaving the station and I stopped it just in time. So she hopped on that. Homeboy gets in, I pay, boom, boom. We on. All right. Now, this was yesterday. And I mind you, I see her at the job all the time. Boom. I don't speak to her. It is what it is. But yesterday, yesterday, I am. Oh, there's a snowstorm. Well, the snowstorm it messed up the bus service in Brooklyn, so like there was no buses going to take me to the second bus. So I had to, get off the bus. Right, but I didn't get off at the stop where she got off. I got off further down. And in that, I saw her looking at me. She was looking at me to see if I would get off. And all this time I'm thinking like, you can go about your business. I really couldn't care, how you get there or anything. Like, we both going to the same place, but I don't care how you get there. You got to do what you have to do. But she's looking at me, looking for me to get off because she knows we all have to get off. But I got off at the stop further down, went, bought me something to eat, and then took a cab and went to work. And that at that point, I mean, it might mean nothing to you. You might see nothing in it. But just the fact that, you're looking at me, you're looking for me to step up and to do something. And I noticed that about a lot of people. Like a lot of people will sit there and wait on me to do something in order for them to follow in my footsteps or to do something after. But this one, it's like it just bothered me. Like you don't fuck with me. You don't, like, boom, leave me alone. Like, just do you. You do you. I do me. We keep everything G'd. So that happened. And I mean, if you guys understood or could imagine the amount of power I feel, like, and all right, so there's times where like I would be sitting on the bus, and in New York there's this transport bus, and they got like 3 seats or 4 seats on the right side, and you sit, boom, boom, boom. Every time she would come close to me, I just walk away. Even if I have to give up my seat, I'll walk away. I don't want nothing to do with this girl. I don't want nothing to do with her. Like, out of sight, out of mind. I don't want nothing to do with her. So I feel like, she understands it. She understands like he doesn't want to be around me. He doesn't like me. He doesn't, nothing to me. And that's the truth. That's the honest truth. I don't want nothing to do with this girl. Because I can't be nice to you after you treated me like shit or you ignored me. When I tried to talk to you, you ignored me. And now you're in a position where, you want to talk to me. You seek validation through the things which I do or I move. You seek validation from that. And it just like, ugh. No, you shouldn't look for me to do anything or for me to make any moves or do anything. But I don't want nothing to do with this girl. And every time, I promise you, every time, she's always coming around me. Like, I understand, like, if you know somebody and you fuck with somebody, come around me. Sure, hey, what's up? What's going on? Cool. But we don't have that rapport. We don't have that relationship. We don't have that at all. There's nothing to be found or to be said about that. So just leave her alone, mind my business, and go about my way. I don't know why. It sounds like I'm tired. No, it sounds like I'm out of breath. But that's because I'm here. The memory recording is crazy. But yeah, like nah, I ain't got time for her bullshit. Right? I don't think it's bullshit. I just think like we just see things different. So sometimes you just gotta leave people alone. Let people do what they want. Just move the way you intend to move. So fuck it. Hey, it is what it is. Leave her alone, man. Anyway, that's just something I wanted to talk about. I don't know if you guys gonna listen, but hey, that's just it.